It's they say the Thanksgiving get the itis, you know what I mean? Don't get the itis on it. But yeah.
Okay. Well, hello YouTube, and we're here at BACW with the special edition live and real. I'm here with the current BACW champion Fred Yehi and legendary California kid. Okay.
What can I say?
Our first topic today is William Black. So, guys, you think he's the best?
On this list, it was the BWI top 100 best backyard wrestlers.
Let me guess, you were number 3.
No, I was number 3.
He wasn't even number 20.
I wasn't even number 30.
No, he wasn't number 30 neither.
I wasn't even number 40.
No,
I was number 100.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man was number 100.
Number 100. William Black was number 1, and I don't want to take. I'm not taking anything away from William Black. I mean, he's an excellent performer. He's an excellent performer, but I don't know about that list. You know, I don't know how to take being at number 100, especially seeing like some other people who are on the list 99 ahead of me. So
I'm not actually sure who did the list. You know, I'm not actually sure who put the list together myself. I'm gonna say that Fred, I think that you've been besmirched, my friend.
You know, it happens. It happens.
You know, hey man, like I said, me personally, this has always been a problem, especially going back to the intensity days, because back then we were actually working with the GBYWN, and during that time they had what they call the Power 20, and the Power 20, you know, at the time Intensity was the top show. 2007 through 2009, Intensity was the biggest backyard wrestling show on the internet, and for us not to be, none of our guys were ranked in the Power 20, none of them. None of them. And at the time, Gillian Fury was in charge of taking care of matters involving GWN, and he had many confrontations with Cam and the rest of them involving, you know, rankings and such. And you know, you want to talk about bias? There's nowhere more bias than the GBYWN.
Well, you know, Rad Hazard was also on that list.
Oh yeah, Rad's number.
Yeah,
oh yeah, they put Rad on there. Yeah, they put Rad. Yeah, Rad, if you're out there, man, we feel you, bro. Yeah, he was real close to you, wasn't he? Oh yeah,
he was number 99.
He was your neighbor.
Yeah, it was pretty. You know, that was pretty deliberate. You know, whoever put it up, but you know, only way to solve that, of course, you know, go there next year, show up and wrestle.
Yeah.
Change some opinions.
Yeah, you got. Hey, sometimes you just gotta throw the black ball the opposite way, huh, Fred?
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. But then this list also had me just simply appalled, and I'm sure we're gonna talk about some of the other positions on this list later on. But I'm sure you want to probably get to the rest of the actual reason why we're here, the Mr BACW tournament. You know, like I said, Mr BACW. Yeah, we have that on our list this week. Let's get back to it. All right, I'm ready for this.
Okay, well, now moving on.
Rick, I'm ready for this.
Let's just go back to the Mr BACW recap.
Okay, first I want to mention round 1. Okay, round 1. My God, great action from you in there, man. I mean, you were in there with Fuji. How many times have you guys gone at it?
Well, that was actually according to YouTube, what's been aired, that was our 6th encounter. We've actually had like more encounters that have been
there
aired.
were more?
It's actually more.
Man.
I want to say me and Fuji faced each other at least 10 times. At least 10 times. At least 10 times.
Because we're still missing part 4.
Still missing part 4. That should air up pretty soon. You know, that should definitely air up pretty soon.
But get it together.
Yeah, Fuji.
You guys' match is always intense.
Yeah, it's like, what's with you guys? Every time you guys get
what you know about intense? You know about intense.
It's high paced. Full of energy.
That is, and it's very you guys just seem to have a chemistry in there that's like been unmatched thus far. I mean, man.
Yeah, you know, whenever we get up in the ring, you know, we give it our all. Fuji brings what he brings to the table, which is that high octane offense that a lot of people really like to see, and I'm gonna bring what I bring to the table, which is being the resurrector of wrestling. Yeah, that's what I do.
Man, I hear you. Yeah, great stuff.
Let's move on to your match, you versus TMB, which was a very intense matchup. Very intense matchup.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, in this one, I knew he was a wrestler. The Melvin Bell is that boy can wrestle. of course, he was 7th in the nation at one point. He was, he's had some really good amateur wrestling. My whole strategy was to go in there and keep from getting grounded. But I mean, he's so, as you can see in the video, he's fast. Did
you get grounded?
Yes. As you can see, duh, I got grounded. Yeah, and it was awful. It
got
was really
grounded
awful.
and got your wig knocked off.
Yeah, you did. I thought
Just tell me a little bit about.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people wanted to know about the wig situation, like fans of the one. It was, I mean, you're going in there when you don't want to get grounded, and you don't want to end up in a wrestling contest with someone. What do? You try to throw them off. I mean, going in there, sometimes it's all strategy. Wrestling is a very strategic game, and going in there. You try to be with someone as serious as that when it comes to wrestling. You try to take the seriousness away, throw them off their game, and that's what I bring to the table.
Now, is that what the green Converse are all about?
I've been wearing
the
those for years.
Converse too.
Yeah,
the Converse.
I was digging the Converse.
Yeah, see, she liked them
on a different level.
But she liked them though. The Converse. Those Converse weapons are rare.
So you think that threw off TMB?
Apparently it didn't have an effect. Apparently my plan failed.
But now that you explain it,
out.
I kind of get a better understanding of where you were going.
Yeah, just masquerading like that just sometimes will work for you and sometimes it won't.
So do you think if Charmander were to wear those Converse against Ryan North, then do you think he would have had better luck?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on record.
Well, speaking of Charmander and North, let's talk about their match.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Excellent wrestling.
Excellent indeed.
Execution was perfection in that one.
Yes.
Oh man, I love the chaining. It was a contest of skill. It was a contest to see who was gonna catch who. And speaking of catching, pretty much I guess it came out to the fact that Ryan North ended up catching Charmander.
Yeah, he definitely did.
In more ways than one. So there you go. Gotta catch them all. There you go. Hey, got a little. Hey, Pike was worse than me, man. Yeah, they came to Charmander, man. Pike and Veal were worse than me, dude. So yeah. But yeah, man, great match. I really enjoyed it. Ryan North showing amazing skill out there.
Like always.
As normal.
Like always.
Okay. Let's move on to round 2. Yehi versus TMB.
Very intense matchup there. A lot of amateur wrestling. Everyone saw that both of us have a solid background in amateur wrestling, and
on the stronger round too. I want to say that it was you guys know each other. It's one of those things that just happens in a match like that. In this particular case, like I wanted to speak on before, is the fact that the Melvin Bell showing a lot of improvement. I think he showed a ton of improvement over this tournament. This tournament was a real good showing for him, and I think this match with you was proof of that he brought that extra bit with him that he'd been missing before. In the match, in my match, he won off of brilliant reversal. I thought I had him. I thought I would have swore I had him at one point. Mm-hmm. And he managed to reverse my tombstoner. I don't even do a tombstone power in that. In that situation, he put me in a situation where I had him to do it, and he caught me. Pinfall. What better way? But
it happens. It was the same way I got stuck. It was pretty similar to my matchup against CJ Lennon last year over in the GWC. Pretty much the same kind of ending. It's pretty much my fault. Momentarily, I forgot where my back was, and I had the match right there. Won, but he was thinking a step ahead. So I give TMB a whole lot of credit, a whole lot of props there.
It seemed as though he saved a little bit for that one moment too. Like he waited, he did the Plex battle with you when you all were trying to execute the 3 Negroes. He battled you out, but then instead of taking the last one, he went on to let you take that part. You had a brilliant setup. You waited. You must have thought he was fatigued at some point there. If we could show the footage, it's. Yeah. Right there. It's right there. Where it happened, and apparently at that point he had enough energy, saved enough energy to get the roll up on you. It wasn't even a weight issue like in the C.J. Lennon match.
No, it wasn't a weight issue. It was just a good move, and that happens at times. You know, even in amateur wrestling, you know, sometimes you get hit with a move that's set up so well, you just can't really avoid it, and the guy just scores those points. And in some cases, he ended up winning the match that way. So,
hey, we gotta have a winner.
You gotta have a winner.
All right, let's move on to the two Canadians, King versus North.
Uncle Ruckus.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with you on that one. Yeah, man, you know, who turns away? I mean, who turns away from green to the maple leaf? I mean, come on. Georgia green to the maple leaf.
I understand it, but I can't take away, you know, it was a very solid matchup. Very solid matchup. They seemed pretty evenly matched throughout that matchup and everything. And I really enjoyed those exchanges, but I really do believe that if Kevin East King didn't turn Uncle Ruckus on us, I think that he may have been the favorite on pulling out.
North with more experience in that. I saw North with a lot more experience in that situation. He seemed North though. I mean, I've faced Ryan North before in his early years. You know, of course I won. You know, but
what, you beat Ryan North?
Oh yeah. That match is out there on YouTube, by the way. If anybody, I mean, I faced him in the early years. You know, and yeah, you know, he at the time he didn't have the experience, but I mean, man, you watch him now. That guy can go. It'd be interesting to see what he could do. You know, nowadays if he were able to step in there with me. You know, but yeah, it's just, man, North.
You come out on top, of course, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You bet. You bet. You know, it's just I see why he improves. I'm improving also.
Exactly.
You know, I'm the California kid, man.
Legendary.
Yeah, we gotta throw it out there. But good match. I think that Keen tried. It was a lot of low tactics in that one, man. A lot of questionable tactics in that
Very
match.
questionable.
Oh yeah, that
Very
was. Yeah, there were a lot of times when I began to question, you know, the legitimacy of the ref. But hey, the ref called it best way he can. So yeah, North.
Definitely cannot wait for the finals. It turns out that it's TMB versus Ryan North, and I can't wait to see it.
Oh,
exactly.
Man,
That'll be very
It's
interesting.
going to be there. People are going to enjoy that. It's going to be quite an exhibition, and we'll definitely be. I'm sure we'll talk about that later on as well. We'll get into that as well, folks.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now, don't we have something for Ramsey? the Ramsey.
Oh,
Jack
Ramsey. Okay, well, I guess we'll be speaking with Jack Ramsey.
My God, Ramsey.
Hello, YouTube. This is Jack Ramsey reporting to you live from BACW. That doesn't work.
Cut, guys, cut. BACW, take 2.
Hello, YouTube. This is Jack Ramsey reporting to you live from BACW. Darn that.
Up. Cut. BACW, take 3.
Hello, YouTube. This is Jack Ramsey reporting to you live from BACW. God.
Cut. BACW, take 4.
Alright, I got this now. This is Jack Ramsey.
This is Jack Ramsey. This isn't Sean Styles, the California Kid, or Jim Ross. This is Jack Ramsey, and I'm here to give my pre-match analysis on the Mr BACW finals. Let's look at the tail of the tape here. If there is one thing that D. Melvin Bell has done consistently throughout the tournament, it would be that he keeps the tempo of his matches high. When Bell ups the tempo, he is able to apply a sound press strategy of his own. In the first round, this was successful against the California Kid, as Cali could match in a vertical striking match, but once TMB upped the press, California Kid was overwhelmed. In the second round, TMB's press was able to rival that of Fred Yehi's, which led to his ticket to the finals. This, however, is where it gets interesting. The wily Canadian is such a wise wrestler that he can, without a doubt, use TMB's intensity against him. Charmander and Kevin H. King both attempted wrestling an upper tempo like pacing against Ryan North, but North, being the veteran that he is, he punished them regardless. We, the BACW viewers, are in store for a classic matchup. TMB must up the tempo like earlier in the tournament, but do so wisely and effectively. Ryan North must conjure up a brilliant strategy, something he is a master of, and put it not only to use, but use it to perfection.
That is my tale of the tape. This is Jack Ramsey, Atlanta, Georgia, BACW.